Rheumatologist warning. Muscles atrophy gradually after age 60 due to lack of these 5 important foods. Elderly people must know to supplement early. Hello to all of you watching my video. Last week, I received a handwritten letter from an elderly viewer named Dorothy, 74 years old, living in Ohio. In the letter, she wrote, "I watch the doctor's show every week. I don't miss an episode. But recently, I feel my legs getting weaker. I no longer go out to the garden as before. Climbing the steps is also difficult. And some days I have to sit down halfway because my knees shake uncontrollably. I still eat regularly, still sleep early. But I don't understand why my body seems to be shrinking day by day. Doctor, can you help me understand why this is happening?" I read that letter for a long time, not only because of the sincerity in each line, but because Dorothy is not the only one experiencing this condition. In fact, millions of Americans over 60 are going through silent muscle loss, not because of illness, not simply because of age, but because they are lacking important foods that the body needs to maintain muscle mass, keep strength, and protect their legs. Muscle atrophy does not happen in a day. It comes quietly, when meals only have green vegetables but lack protein, when calves feel exhausted, but we think resting is enough, when sleep is restless and we don't realize that. The body is signaling, "I am getting weaker." In today's video, I want to explore with you 5 seemingly simple foods but are the foundation to help maintain healthy muscles, prevent cramps, fight fatigue, and keep your legs steady, proactive, and independent even after turning 70 or 80 years old. And surprisingly, you may already have them at home, just haven't used them properly. If you are interested and want strong legs, please comment number 1. And we will start exploring the details about those 5 foods right now. Eggs, the silent companion that helps you retain the strength of your legs. Do you remember the last time you ate eggs? It might have been yesterday morning, in a slice of bread, or simply a boiled egg eaten with a bowl of plain porridge. Eggs appear in the meals of elderly Americans almost every week, but what few know is that behind that fragile eggshell lies one of the greatest natural remedies to nourish muscles, prevent muscle atrophy, and keep legs steady. Eggs are a complete source of protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot produce on its own. Among them is a very important amino acid called leucine, the factor that directly activates muscle protein synthesis, helping repair damaged muscle tissues, especially in the elderly who have begun to lose muscle mass over time. Besides protein, egg yolk also contains vitamin D, which helps absorb calcium for strong bones. This is essential when you want your legs to walk steadily without knee pain or numbness after climbing stairs. In addition, eggs also provide choline, a nutrient that supports nerve transmission, helping hands and feet coordinate better and reducing shaking when moving. One egg, just like that, helps elderly people sleep better, stand up easier, and reduce the risk of losing balance if used regularly and properly. So how should eggs be eaten appropriately? For healthy elderly people, eating 3 to 6 eggs per week is safe and good for the body. The preferred cooking methods should be boiled eggs, steamed eggs, or omelets with little oil. Limit deep frying or using lots of butter or fat. And if you are controlling cholesterol, you can alternate by eating only 1 yolk per day. But do not completely discard yolks because they contain nearly all of the most valuable vitamins and minerals in an egg. You may have been used to eating eggs for many years already, but today, look at eggs with new eyes. not just as food, but as a silent companion that helps you keep the strength of your legs, step by step, day by day. Food number 2. Greek yogurt, nurturing your legs from the inside. What type of yogurt do you usually use? If you have never tried Greek yogurt, I hope you will soon add it to your diet. This is not the sweet yogurt in small cups sold at supermarkets, but a thick, creamy yogurt, low in sugar, high in protein, and extremely good for muscles. It may not be very familiar with traditional meals, but if you are over 60 and feel your legs getting weaker, this is one of the foods you should consider adding every day. Greek yogurt contains twice the amount of protein compared to regular yogurt, helping nourish each muscle fiber that has started to shrink over the years. Not only that, it also contains calcium, potassium, magnesium, and probiotics beneficial for the gut, helping the body absorb nutrients better, thereby nurturing muscles, maintaining joints, protecting bones comprehensively. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning. Before, when stepping down from bed, your calves often felt tight, your knees made noises, and sometimes you had to hold on to the table to stand up. But now, you walk more lightly, stand up more easily, and no longer feel your legs weak as cotton whenever you move. You don't need to force yourself to go out to the garden like before. You no longer worry about stumbling when walking with grandchildren. And that doesn't come from medicine or from the gym, but from a simple breakfast with a bowl of Greek yogurt, some banana slices, a few almonds, and a little patience. What you want can totally happen, because your body has never refused recovery, as long as you give it the right ingredients. Greek yogurt is one of those precious ingredients, quiet and simple, but nutritious enough to reactivate muscles, strengthen bone density, improve blood circulation to the legs, and most importantly, help you feel proactive and healthy from within. If you are wondering where to start, then I advise, start with breakfast. Instead of a slice of white bread or a sweet, milky coffee, try replacing it with unsweetened Greek yogurt served with fresh fruit or some oats. Not much needed, just a small bowl every day. But if maintained regularly, you will see your body respond not by words, but by firmer steps, fewer painful days, and a more positive feeling when looking in the mirror every morning. Food number 3. Salmon, the nutrient stream that revives muscle strength in old age. Do you often eat fish? I know many elderly people still keep the habit of eating fish, but not everyone has tried salmon. The fatty fish with a light orange color, soft, rich, and somewhat different from traditional fish. I remember an elder once told me, "Salmon sounds fancy, but I'm old now, I can eat any fish." I smiled and replied softly, "It's not about fancy or not, but your body needs to be recharged, and salmon has what many other fish don't. Do you know what it is? It is good fat, omega-3, easily absorbed protein, natural vitamins D and B12, valuable pieces to keep the body from hollowing out day by day. And most importantly, salmon not only nourishes bones or heart, but also muscles, especially the legs. Think about it a little. Your body has passed through 60 years, 70 years. Every step you took covered countless roads, countless sunny and rainy days, countless times standing up, sitting down, bending over and supporting yourself. Now those legs begin to speak, not loudly or complainingly but quietly, weakening, trembling when standing up, tired after a few short steps, and sometimes cramps at midnight. Many think this is inevitable, but I do not believe so. I have seen many people recover strength and confidence just from very small things. One of them is changing from tasteless meals to meals with salmon at least twice a week. Why is salmon so important for the elderly? First, omega-3 in salmon helps reduce inflammation in joints and muscles, very necessary when you often feel soreness in calves, knees, and hips. Many studies show omega-3 stimulates muscle synthesis and prevents muscle breakdown in the elderly, thus slowing down the silent muscle loss due to aging. Second, salmon is very rich in natural vitamin D, which helps absorb calcium into bones, strengthen the musculoskeletal system, and reduce fall risk, something every elderly person worries about. Maybe you cannot sunbathe regularly or drink enough milk, but if you eat salmon, your body will still be charged steadily and naturally. Thirdly, salmon contains abundant vitamin B12, which helps maintain stable nerve conduction from brain to muscles, keeping your balance better with less leg tremors, fewer stumbles when walking or turning at home. Salmon is not something distant. It is sold in all American supermarkets as frozen slices, fresh fillets, or canned. If you find fresh salmon too expensive, canned salmon in water or olive oil is also a great choice, full of nutrients and easy to cook. You don't need to eat much. Just 2 meals per week each, about 100 to 150 grams of salmon, steamed, grilled, or lightly braised, not deep fried nor heavily salted. Eat with green vegetables or yogurt or a small bowl of rice. The important thing is not the grandeur of the meal, but consistency, the quiet yet persistent care. You may not see changes after one day, but just after a few weeks, you will feel standing up more gently, climbing stairs without gasping, and numbness in legs gradually retreating. Because the body remembers how to recover. It only needs you to nurture it, with love, with understanding, and with a simple slice of salmon each week. Food number 4, whole grains, sustained energy for pain-free legs. When it comes to muscle nourishment, many people immediately think of meat, fish, eggs, and milk. But there is a group of foods mentioned less often, though they play a very important role in keeping muscles healthy, legs stable, and energy from running out throughout the day. That is whole grains. You may have eaten oats, whole wheat bread, brown rice, or quinoa. All those belong to the whole grain group. And the most important thing is, they are completely different from refined white starches like white bread, white rice, or sugary breakfast cereals. I know many elders still think eating starch makes you fat and is harmful. But whole grains are completely the opposite. They are the good starch group, containing fiber, B vitamins, magnesium, iron, and antioxidants, substances that help maintain muscle flexibility, reduce fatigue, and support blood flow to hands and feet. Let me ask you a gentle question. Do you ever feel like you're running out of battery during the day? You wake up feeling fine in the morning, but just a little shopping or watering plants, and your legs start to ache. Your breathing becomes fast, your heart beats faster, and you have to sit down. That's not exactly an illness. It's a form of baseline energy deficiency, the kind of energy that comes from foods capable of slow release, nourishing the body steadily. Not a sudden spike, then drop like sugary foods. And whole grains are that healthy and sustained energy source. Imagine this. A gentle morning, you eat a bowl of oatmeal with some banana slices sprinkled with walnuts. After that meal, not only does your stomach warm up, but your body also wakes up. You find your knees more flexible when standing up. You can walk further without feeling your legs dragging behind you. And at noon, instead of lying tired for an hour, you feel more alert, want to garden, read, or simply stand longer while cooking. Whole grains help you do that, not by making you instantly full, but by nourishing you hour by hour from inside, from muscles, from the blood that feeds your legs. Besides energy, this food group also provides B vitamins, especially B1, B3, and folate, helping boost metabolism and muscle tissue repair, while supporting the nervous system, reducing shaking or loss of control in hands and feet. The fiber in whole grains also helps stabilize blood sugar, which is extremely important for the elderly, because strong fluctuations in blood sugar are one of the causes making limbs tired, cramp-prone, and easy to fall. An old patient I once treated was Mr. Mark, 74 years old, who had type 2 diabetes and always felt weak legs in the afternoon, unable to stand for long periods. After adjusting his diet, replacing white bread with whole wheat, bread white rice with brown rice, and adding a small daily snack with oats, after only 1 month, he happily told me, "My legs are no longer exhausted, as before I can walk after meals without feeling breathless, and especially, I sleep deeper, no longer getting cramps at 3 a.m. as before." Is that far-fetched? Not at all. You don't need to change your entire life. Just change a small part of your meals, beginning by choosing whole grains instead of white starch, oats instead of packaged breakfast cereals, brown rice instead of white rice, whole wheat bread instead of soft, sweet bread. And drink enough water, because fiber in whole grains needs water to be effective. Think of whole grains as a clean fuel source, helping you live slowly, live healthily, and live stronger every day. Because legs not only need support from muscles, but also need steady energy to keep going without getting breathless halfway through walking or standing long periods. Food number 5, olive oil. Good fat nourishing the flexibility of muscles and joints. Have you ever been afraid of fat? Afraid of oils? Afraid that eating oil harms your heart, causes weight gain, or clogs blood vessels? I understand, because for over 15 years working in the musculoskeletal field, I have heard many elderly patients say, "Doctor, I'm old now, I dare not eat fat anymore. Just boiled vegetables with brown rice is enough." And every time that happens, I gently respond, "Not all fats are bad. There is a special type of fat that you should eat more as you age. And if you use it properly, it not only does no harm, but also protects muscles, reduces joint inflammation, and keeps your legs steady longer." That fat is extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil is not like animal fat or repeatedly fried oil. It is a monounsaturated fat, extremely good for the heart, blood vessels, and musculoskeletal system. It is used daily by Mediterranean people and is one reason why elderly people in those countries still move quickly and suffer less joint pain despite their age. Even more special is that olive oil contains natural anti-inflammatory compounds such as oleocanthal, which works similarly to a mild natural pain reliever. It helps soothe small inflammatory spots in muscles and knee joints, reducing pain and stiffness, especially after waking up or moving a lot. Not only that, olive oil also helps increase absorption of fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamins D, E, K2, types you have heard me mention throughout this video, all directly related to leg strength. Without good fats, those vitamins would pass through the digestive system without much benefit left behind. Imagine this: you still eat calcium, still take vitamin D supplements, still do light exercises every morning, but you don't use good fats to fully absorb those nutrients. Your body lacks the key to open the door to nourish muscles. That's why, even though you try very hard, your legs still feel tired. You wake up with stiff knees and heavy calves like stones. Just add a small spoonful of olive oil to your daily meal. Drizzle it over boiled vegetables, salad, steamed broccoli, or simply use olive oil to lightly stir-fry food instead of animal fat or frying oil. And you will be doing something great for your body. You may not notice immediately after 1 to 2 days, but after a few weeks, you will see. Your body feels lighter, less muscle soreness after walking, knee joints no longer stiff when waking up. And most importantly, you feel your body recovering, slowly but surely. Old age does not mean giving up, but choosing correctly to continue steadily. And if there is one small thing you can do to keep walking for several more years without needing a cane, start today by letting extra virgin olive oil become your companion in your kitchen. Dear friend, you have just listened to me share the 5 best foods to protect muscles and help keep your legs strong, stable, and less prone to cramps and numbness. And maybe you are thinking, I will try, I will eat better, I will take better care of my body. But you know, food is only part of it. There is another part, quieter, but if missing, your body will still weaken. Gradually, still have mornings when you cannot stand up, and maybe still have pains no one sees. I am talking about the feeling of being abandoned, the feeling that you are no longer important to anyone, because not everyone has the chance to care for themselves with good food, nor always has someone beside them reminding them to eat on time or holding their hand while going downstairs. And that reminds me of someone, an elderly mother living in a small apartment at the end of the hallway, who once had very strong legs, worked many jobs to raise her children, well educated, she thought. As long as her children grew well, it was worth any fatigue she endured. And then, that story I want to tell you right now, not to be sad, but to remind each other that the body needs nourishment from food, but the heart and legs need nourishment from presence, from love, care, and feeling still meaningful. Please listen to this story, because maybe in every word told, you will find the silhouette of yourself or someone dear that you never thought they really need to be asked. Simply, are you tired? This is the story of Mrs. Margaret living with her son's family in a small town in Oregon. A 79-year-old woman with white hair, small stature, but once an excellent cook who worked nearly 40 years straight without rest. She used to walk every morning at 5 a.m., tend her garden, carry grandchildren, clean house, cook food. She was known as the tireless worker. But then, like an unnoticed, worn-out machine, her legs weakened gradually. At first, it was just slower walking, then needing arm support, getting up from chair, then constant dull knee pain every morning. Unexpected night cramps made her jump out of bed without even crying out. But she hid it because she didn't want to bother her children. I am still fine, she always said. I can eat anything. Don't bother cooking special soft dishes for me, she replied when asked by her children if she needed special meals prepared for her. Then day by day, she gradually withdrew from family meals and weekend park walks, until one day Margaret couldn't walk downstairs on her own anymore. She began sitting more often. All morning long she sat on the chair near the window, looking outside. The pains were no longer short. Calves began tightening. Going to the toilet also required help. She started feeling like a burden, not because her children hated her, but because she could no longer do anything anymore. A woman who worked all her life, strong as anyone now, had to wait for others' help, and that feeling hurt worse than bone aches. The day I visited her, as an orthopedic doctor, I sat down next to her usual chair. She smiled softly in low voice. If only I had taken care earlier. If only I had spoken up more. If only I had walked more, eaten enough, spared myself more. I held her hand and said only one sentence. It's never too late if we start today." And she nodded. From that day, she started eating eggs in the morning, drinking unsweetened yogurt, asking relatives to buy salmon twice weekly, following my foot massage exercises, drinking enough water, sleeping earlier. After 3 months, she didn't need assistance standing up anymore. Not able to run like before, but could walk around yard 10 minutes each morning holding a little chrysanthemum flower. Warm eyes, slow but steady feet. You see, we may live with family, have loving children and grandchildren, but if we don't know how to take care of our health first, sooner or later, the body will send you warning signs. Through pain, fatigue, a fall, or a day when you can no longer stand up by yourself. And then, at that time, you will ask yourself, "Why didn't I start earlier?" Don't wait until you have to sit forever by the window watching others live the life you still long for. Stand up with your own legs, with small changes today. And if you can still eat, still walk, still remember what I shared today. Start taking care of yourself. Not for anyone else, but because you deserve to live healthy and free. Dear friend, we have just walked together through 5 simple yet extremely important foods to protect muscles, maintain leg strength, and prevent muscle loss and cramps, issues many people over 60 silently face every day. You have known eggs, the precious protein nourishing every muscle fiber. You have understood Greek yogurt helps you digest well and absorb nutrients effectively. You have felt the strength from salmon, with omega-3 anti-inflammatory properties that soothe tired knee joints. You have seen the value of whole grains, the sustained energy source for non-stop legs. And finally, olive oil, the good fat that supports all recovery processes in the body perfectly. But more than food, I hope you will remember this. Whether you live alone or in a big family, whether you are 60, 70, or 80 years old, you still need and deserve to take care of yourself every day. No one can live for you. No one knows how tired your body is, how much it hurts, and how much you want to stand strong. Except yourself. And you don't need to do everything grandiose. Just eat a little better and move gently every day. The most important thing is to start right now before your legs stop listening and you cannot ask anyone to stand up for you instead. If this video makes you reflect or reminds you of an important thing you once forgot, please leave comment number 1 or your thoughts share with your loved ones, because maybe a small message from you today will help someone step more firmly into tomorrow. And if you find value here, don't forget to click like. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving gentle, sincere, and practical content for your own journey of elder health care. See you in the next video. Wishing you always healthy, from your feet to your heart.